Okay, that was a big boot. That was by Hulk Hogan. He said that move in Street Fighter 3. That was a Mongolian chop. That's also from the 80s/90s. That is a Kimura lock. I believe Brock Lesnar does this.
Come on, I can hear the fans snoring.
His hands are way too big for his face, but it's okay. That is a spine buster popularized by Arn Anderson from WCW. Wrestlers do that now, but mainly Arn Anderson was the guy who did it best. That is a low drop kick. A lot of wrestlers in AAA do that move. That is a gut wrench power bomb, more popularized now by Jack Swagger. That cross X chop can't be done in real life because physics. That is not a wrestling move right there. That is a UFC move because in wrestling, if you do that to someone and you mess up in any direction, someone's getting hurt legit for real and they can't continue the match. So they never do this move in actual wrestling. And I believe in UFC, this move is like kind of banned because knees to the back of the head are a big no-no. That kind of knee drop is also banned in wrestling because a small point to a large point is never a good move, like a bullet. So that kind of move is usually shunned upon. I don't think I've seen any wrestler do a single knee to a body part before. To another part of the large body, we can miss the knee, but not to the body like that. It's hard to like make it miss and protect the person. So I've never seen a single knee like that to a wrestler. Chop Ric Flair. That is a Dragon Tasplex. That is a Rainmaker from Kazuchika Okada. We take your arm and do the line. Tornado DDT. Wrestlers do this as a transitional move. And Alex, of course, had that move in Street Fighter 3. That jumping single stomp, that was never in any game before this, and it's not a wrestling move at all. It can't be a real wrestling move because you're jumping and landing on one foot. So yeah, spread wise, it'll hurt you more than the opponent. So you never do that. But it looks cool in the game. That's it. That's a shoulder tackle, not a spear. A shoulder tackle grabs the opponent. A shoulder tackle is something you would do in the corner to like bash him over and over again. Brock Lesnar does that move a lot.
What's wrong? You ain't running your mouth now! Try to keep up.
That is not from wrestling. That is from Kinnikuman. That is an anime. You cannot do that move in real life. No, it would hurt everybody. That's a Tiger Driver 97. That is an illegal move in wrestling primarily. Kenny Omega does this move when he's really pissed off. That is a traditional armbar. You see a lot of wrestlers nowadays use that. Currently, right now, MJF does this move. You cannot do that follow-up in real wrestling because it would hurt the opponent. It's possible, but it wouldn't do anything visually interesting. So yeah, you just don't do that. That is a back to belly Tasplex, which is usually not seen anymore because I would say it doesn't really do anything for the opponents and the person doing it. That is a traditional German suplex into his trademark power bomb. Power bomb into, I guess Finn Balor would do is known as the coup de grace from the top rope, both feet into the chest. Traditional lariat. I believe it's the clothesline from hell and the lariat are kind of similar. Follow throughs depending. That is a Razor's Edge position. Razor Ramon popularized that one. Also, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley do that move now. That is a jumping knee. Kind of like a Rough Rider. Kind of. Like a jumping knee strike is like it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but yeah, it's kind of like a Rough Rider without actually following through. That pump up in the air like that, when his hand up in the air, that is all new. No wrestler does that. A single leg is devastating. I believe that's Terry Funk's move. No wrestler nowadays does that move. A single leg Boston Crab, Lance Storm did that back in the day, but a single leg lock like that, no wrestler nowadays does that. At least not in America. Hands clasped behind the back, dragon suplex. Kenny Omega primarily does that move nowadays. Not many others do. That is Kenny Omega's signature points. Likely this is for CA. Into his traditional V trigger. And into the One Wing Angel, complete with the One Wing Angel stuff on the side over here. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see this kind of stuff in the game. And yes, there is footage, well, I guess pictures of Kenny Omega in the mocap suit doing the One Wing Angel to a actor. So yeah, it's actually him doing that. So it's the real deal. All right, that's it for now. Clack off.